Are you ready to be so learned about Yemen that you never need to hear nothing about it?
I can't wait. Sorry, we are about 60 seconds out. Is your mic
I don't
muted?
know if these questions spoiling now about
Or
Evan.
off?
Is your mom Australian?
You can.
Is your mom Australian? Did you say?
Nor.
Yep.
That's my yeah. Nor.
She's Yemenese.
She's Yemenese. I'm half Yemen. I'm half
I
Yemeni.
knew there was something.
That sounds almost like yummy or something.
No,
So, come on. iPad.
Okay.
Nice.
Waiting on you. Happy.
What's new?
Yep. That's what we
Do that. Oh yeah, perfect.
You know what I mean?
We're looking at.
Evan throws his head up sometimes when he talks.
So,
which is fine.
Off the top.
I keep my hands.
But yeah, on a couple.
Yeah.
Kind of a little too close to his.
Cool.
Not too many hand movements and stuff. Orchestrating.
Yemen. We'll talk about Yemen. What do I want to say? No, but I really do feel like that. I feel like he owns the space now.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, but
He doesn't own any of the equipment over the space or anything, so that's
Sounds
completely wrong. But
I will remove him if he feels that way.
Terminate him, please.
Moving on.
Okay.
We're
A
ready.
little audio, please.
Dad, this one's for you.
That's sweet.
By the way, he's not my dad. I just found him on the street. Okay, let's start.
Some audio.
Just 1, 2,
Little
3,
read.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Or a little.
Going for the perfect game.
Going for the perfect game. See, he knows.
Yes. It's good. I wish I could say I made that up. I just supported. Slate.
As the country of Yemen is graced with a 5-day truce from the bombing of Saudi Arabian forces, AIDS groups are funneling into the country to bring food and other supplies.
Can you just stop and start from the top again?
Sure. As the country of Yemen is graced with a 5-day truce from the bombing of Saudi Arabian forces, AIDS groups are funneling into the country to bring food and other supplies to civilians who have endured the onslaught. Some describe it as living in a nightmare, where families huddle in the dark, listening at the sound of explosions, wondering if the next lives claimed by the conflict will be their own. The Saudi forces are attacking.
When you say, sorry, I know this is pretty granular, but you're saying AIDS groups instead of aid groups. AIDS implies the disease, right?
Yeah. AIDS groups are giving.
Like we're doing like humanitarian aid groups, right?
No, it's groups of people inflicted with AIDS coming into the country, just walking around. A liability, really. Okay, let's start from the top.
All right.
Shoot, almost 90% of the men in Yemen use cat. So, so close. So close. That was not my fault.
You were doing so well.
It was embarrassing. In front of my fucking dad.
No,
He's
rest
running red.
assured, it was not Ellen.
I used to see him when he first started. He used to go 10 or 20 times for one sentence.
I still do that for the Nerdwriter.
This is the best he's ever done, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
So
You're pushing him.
when you start from 4, when you get to that 90%,
I gotta hit that part.
you have to hit it.
I realized-
That's staggering.
Yeah, it is
So many
staggering.
people.
I realized after I went past it that I had not done it right.
I'm not on camera though.
Ah, just
just
read?
voiceover. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's
You
disappointing.
don't have
You're
to do it my
disappointed?
face.
How disappointed?
ready to one.
As the country of Yemen is graced with a 5-day truce from the bombing of Saudi Arabian forces, aid groups are funneling into the country to bring food and other supplies to civilians who have endured the onslaught. Some describe it as living in a nightmare, where families huddle in the dark, listening at the sound of explosions, wondering if the next lives claimed by the conflict will be their own. The Saudi forces are attacking a group of Houthis who took control of the country in September of 2014 in an attempt to reinstall the exiled former president. This conflict has totally disrupted life on the ground. Schools are closed, people are staying in their homes or else fleeing to nearby villages for safety. Life, in a sense, has been put on pause in Yemen. But even before the raids, life in Yemen's big cities was anything but ideal. As the poorest Arab country, Yemenis, mostly working in the country's major petroleum, food processing, and textile industries, routinely deal with food, fuel, and medicine shortages, as well as a notoriously spotty electricity grid. But it's the diminishing water supply that may be the greatest cause for concern. Municipal taps, on average, only work about once a month. For the rest of the time, people rely on cisterns filled with water brought in from elsewhere in the world. According to some estimates, Yemen may run out of fresh...
According to some estimates.
According to some estimates, Yemen may run out of fresh water as soon as 2019. If that happens, cities like Sana'a, an ancient site filled with historic significance, may have to be abandoned. Sana'a was once a popular destination for tourists, but the dangers of being kidnapped has caused a number of embassies to advise against traveling there. Yemen also suffers from an addiction problem in the form of a legal drug known as cat, a narcotic leaf that induces euphoria when chewed. Almost 90% of the men in Yemen use cat. So if you walk around Sana'a in the afternoon, you'll have the bizarre experience of seeing a small bulge in the cheeks of almost everyone. Cat, as well as fueling addiction that bankrupts people.
Yeah, I think just from the top of that sentence, it's okay.
Cool. Cat, as well as fueling addiction that bankrupts people, is also a major cause of the water crisis. 30% of the country's water goes toward cultivating it. And the ongoing conflict between Houthis and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The ongoing conflict between Houthis and Saudi Arabia is aggravating all the issues facing Yemen already. Even a 5-day ceasefire will do little to assuage a humanitarian crisis gripping the entirety of this ancient country. If you want to learn more about how Yemen is being used as a battleground in the fight for control of the Middle East, check out this video by our friends at TestTube. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.
Great.
Did I make you proud, Daddy?
How do you splice together different pieces? Cuts? Like,
Edit, yeah.
video, when you change.
There's a lot of graphics.
Right.
So
Through graphics?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Use a lot of graphics to cover up all. If you want to learn more about how Yemen is being used as a battleground in the fight for control of the Middle East, check out this video by our friends at TestTube. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.
Good job.
You did it.
Just one mistake.
Just one mistake.
Which wasn't his. It was mine.
Very kind of you to say. Tell the truth.
I could have
She's
lied. I
always
could have
lying.
lied, but I'm feeling very truthful today.
All right.
We'll just smooth it out in the second read.
Yeah.
I'll stop you if there are any mistakes, but
Cool.
just be conscious of you speed up easily.
Yeah, this place is rumbling with noises today.
I know, it's really loud in here too.
It's the
So,
worst.
yeah.
And I'm so used to, like, in other studios, if there was any noise, we just stop. I'm so used to just stopping. I'm like, oh, time to stop.
Expose.
Oh, there you go.
Click.
Sleep.
Okay. Decades ago, young revolutionary Che Guevara famously rode his motorcycle through Venezuela. But today, motorcyclists all throughout the country are being killed for spare parts, partly because of its socialist government's policies. President Nicolás Maduro has widely restricted imports, which have led to a shortage of motorcycles and spare parts. Purchasing a motorcycle in person is nearly impossible, and those that are being sold online are listed for 4 to 6 times their retail value. These products have become so valuable that people are orchestrating deadly scams to obtain them. A leader from Venezuela's National Socialist Federation of Motorbikers, not bikers, Venezuela,
Start from
A leader
three.
from
Yep.
A leader from Venezuela's National Socialist Federation of Motorbikers explains, well-dressed women participate in the scam. They ask for a taxi ride, and when you arrive, there is a thief waiting to rob you. Sometimes our companions don't want to hand over the motorcycle and they shoot them in the legs or they kill them. But this is only one way in which the motorcyclists are being attacked. Some are attacked at stoplights, which has led bikers who depend on their bikes for their livelihood to plan out routes with fewer stops. But even that doesn't guarantee their safety.
What's
so
that?
they are.
Can we just start again from 4?
Sure.
And yeah, so you say, yeah, attacked. You said attacked twice. Say some are targeted at stoplights, right? Or did that get changed in the prompter?
Nope, I probably just missed. I read in chunks, so I
Yeah.
probably just read that word twice. Thank
Totally
you.
good. But
Start
this
at
is
4.
only, yep.
But this is only one way in which the motorcyclists are. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.